is going on, everybody?
Oh!
Jesus, it is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations 2, when we left off.
This boy.
It was the best episode of all time, I must say.
Yes.
Our boy has grown up into a real man. He's taken his own path in life, and he was able to...
With guidance from Edgeworth.
With guidance from Edgeworth a little bit. Though, to be fair, they did pretty much have us take control of the best to where he did it without Edgeworth really speaking many words. So he did it on his own. Because
Edgeworth was like, I was thinking the same thing.
Exactly. We just kind of played along with it and it was like,
yeah.
Exactly. And then he took down Blaze. And he also, just guys, you can see here, he got the Warden Roland to
spill the beans.
Pretty much spill everything. So you know what? He got two culprits at once. That's the best prosecutor right there. 17-year-old prodigy, even though he might not be the brightest tool in the milk carton.
What?
He definitely did a good job there.
Brightest tool in the milk carton. That's a new one.
Yep. So, indeed, that's correct. He doesn't seem very sure of himself.
Yeah, his confidence is full. I can't blame him.
Yeah, he doesn't know much of anything.
He's been lied to that he's right all the time.
Yeah.
So he's like, am I actually right this time?
He's like, I did good, right?
Very well. And with that, this court is adjourned.
Uh-oh. That was a Lang I heard, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. Huh? But who are you? Yep, that was Lang. There he is.
Oh, boy. Judge Courtney, it's still too early for a happy ending. Lang Z says, and the trial is not always the end of the case.
And who might you be?
The name's Shi Long Lang. I'm just a humble lone investigator.
Do you have some objection with this trial?
Not a chance. Not this one, but I'm sure you've been too preoccupied that you forgot about the fact that, there's another dead man on the ground
oh, yeah.
Quite a few hours ago that we have to talk about now. The defendant there has a heart as black as a moonless night.
Lang? Don't tell me you're the one from 12 years ago.
You got it. Ain't this nice? Now you're finally going to prison where you belong.
Whoa.
12 years is a long time coming for a suspended sentence. Don't you agree? Agent Lang, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
The SS5 incident from 12 years ago. It's a case I'll never forget. 12 years ago. Well, a lot has changed. It all happened over 12 years ago. Back then, he and my father were close friends, and our clan protected the president's life. But then he suddenly changed, as if he became an entirely different person. Nowadays, he doesn't even have a shred of faith in the police force of Zhang Fa. 12 years ago, I wonder what went on then. Might it have something to do with Lang's father and President Huang? Patricia Rowland, and you, Blaze the Best. Back then, the two of you killed off the Lang clan.
Were you involved in the incident 12 years ago?
That's right, I was. However, I'm not here to chase after ghosts of the past. I'm here for you, Justine Courtney.
Me?
You and the one other. Is it the kid? Are they coming after the kid? Hey, thanks for arresting me. We're gonna arrest you because we think you might have killed someone.
Yeah, like what the hell? John!
Miss Courtney, you're coming along too. As a suspect in the murder of the president of Zhang Fa, Di Wan Huang. Or Di Jun Huang, that's right.
Di Jun Huang.
Someone told me that the J isn't like, it's, you actually pronounce it like June.
Oh.
Like I was doing the D. I can't remember how, it's been a while since I've had to say his name, but someone corrected me in that the G isn't like silent or...
Because it's pretty much Chinese.
Yeah, so it's Ji Jun Huang. That's how it is. I'll correct that. Agent Lang, what evidence do you...
Oh boy.
Settle down, Mr. Prosecutor. The investigation's only just begun. We're going to inspect the crime scene with the suspects in attendance. Agent Lang, did he get his hands on some new pieces of evidence? If you have any objections, then you can tag along as well. I shall do just that. So indifferent.
Yeah.
The end of the trial is not always the end of the case. There are still many mysteries yet unsolved surrounding the murder of the president. Namely, the true nature of the giant monster and
Oh yeah.
Come on, get me. I'm looking forward to it. The true identity of the person on the other end of the phone.
Cause I mean, how would Blaze be by the garbage dump and then at the courtroom that quickly?
Yeah, I know. I was trying to figure out, but it's been so
That's
long
something
since
I've been thinking for a while now.
I thought it too after the episode. Like, I was wondering. I wasn't sure it would make sense, but I was trying to think back to when we first met Dogen. If he did any of those you see, you knows, but that was back in like episode 2. I can't remember anything of. I can't remember his mannerisms from back then. That was quite a while ago in this game. Let's face it.
Yeah.
This has been a hefty game. This is gonna end up being real close up there with
It
Spirit
doesn't
of
help
Justice
that you
for
pretty much
longest
give him
game.
the same voice as Blaze too.
But a bit like older and more. Good. I don't know. Blaze is gone now, so. All right. Temporary film light. Everyone's gathered up here. Oh, could you please give it a rest already?
The heck? I'm telling y'all, it's best for all y'all's sake to come clean. The staff has their lips sealed shut as the reporters continue their tenacious negotiations. Oh god.
If you're not here to cooperate with the investigation, I'm going to ask you to vacate the premises.
God. Put a sock in it, Copper. Y'all couldn't even stop Mozella's invasion. Not only did they secretly raise a giant monster, but now the staff is trying to cover it up. Like I said, we haven't been raising any monsters here at the film lot. But you ain't said you done saw Gordy yourself? Sure, I saw it, but it's not like we were keeping it at the film lot. Oh my god. Is that Lang?
Mind if we butt in?
Yep.
Yeah, I figured. That's a very Lang line.
It is. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth.
John!
Oh, y'all come here to search for the monster too? God.
We're searching for a criminal, not a monster. Lang Z says,
There he goes with the scroll.
the darkness inside a criminal's heart can be likened to a monster. Well, when it comes to killing people, criminals aren't much different from monsters.
Yeah.
Officer Lang, here's the problem. I can't let ourselves into the crime scene. These are all key figures in the case. I'd like them to be here when the investigation resumes. There are so many people here.
There are.
Agent Lang, regarding what you said about resuming the investigation, where do you intend to start? We'll start by reviewing the case. Today, the body of President Huang was found here at the film lot. The president's whereabouts from 2 nights ago are still unknown. It seems he snuck out from under the eyes of the bodyguard and ventured outside. And that night was the last time he was seen alive. It was when he met with you, Judge Courtney, on the roof of the Grand Tower.
Oh. Him
Interesting.
and the milk is sweating.
Yeah. Excuse me, bike? Okay, can we
Jeez.
talk? Thank you. That's the first time we've really seen John have one
Nervous.
of those. It's not for that one time that he kind of crushed the cart, but that was more of an angry
That
reaction.
was anger, yeah.
This is one of those. So there is some kind of connection between Courtney John and the president of Zhang
Yeah. Interesting. Oof.
So why did you meet with the president?
That I cannot say.
You can't tell us even under suspicion of murder.
Can't say. Why not? Miss Courtney, if you don't say anything, you'll only be more suspicious.
She must have a reason to clam up. I think you're somehow involved in the president's assassination. The president's body was only discovered today. That still leaves a blank of a whole day after Judge Courtney met with him unaccounted for.
Oh boy.
Don't be so impatient. We're gonna fill in that blank right here, right now.
Oh boy.
The evening on that blank day in question is what's important. What happened here last night? So why don't you tell us, John Marsh?
Me?
We know you were here last night.
But what? John was here?
Between that little Missy's testimony and the footprints we found, we can easily prove it.
John, you were rehearsing here last night, right? You were spying on me? I'm sorry. I just came to check up on things. You really shouldn't be staying up so late, you know. Mind your own business.
There's this other sprite.
Yep. Whoa.
Oh.
John Moss, that young lady was worried about you. You will not speak to her like that.
And she really went mom mode on that one.
Mom mode. Sorry. How many times have I told you to be more mindful of the way you speak? Is it just me, or does Miss Courtney's personality seem kind of different?
She seems to be as strict with her own son as she is with those who violate the law.
Yeah. Are you listening to me? And earlier as well? Oh gosh, she's just going.
Yep, they're just like, we're gonna
She's
pause
full
this
on
for
mom
now.
mode. God, look how sweaty he is. You should always bear that in mind, no matter the occasion.
Would you both quit your yapping? Jesus, can we get on with the investigation already?
Pardon me.
For Judge Courtney to get carried away like that, this must be her motherly side.
I like it.
Yeah. Agent Lang, do you suspect John? I want the truth. Why was the president killed? And I want to know who killed him. I'll do whatever it takes to find out.
Oof.
It seems the president was like family to him.
Pretty much.
John, would it be alright if we asked you a few questions?
Sure, it's fine. I've got nothing to hide anyway. Ooh.
Alright, let's talk then. Come on.
I wasn't feeling too great during yesterday's shoot, so I made a few bloopers. They're reshooting the scene today, so... Well, I decided to rehearse a little on my own, that's all. I do it all the time, there wasn't anything out of the ordinary.
Huh.
You were rehearsing alone that late at night? John, when I called you last night, you told me you were at the hotel.
You called him? And about what time was that?
I believe it's around 11 p.m. I require him to call me every night. That's our rule whenever he stays away from home. The truth is, I was at the film lot during that time. Oh. So you lied to me.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Miss Courtney sure is angry.
She's smiling.
I think it's admirable that he practiced on his own, even if he hid it from his mom.
I'm sure she was simply worried. Who knows what could have happened to him out alone so late at night. And in reality, he did get caught up in yesterday's incident.
Yeah. But John said there wasn't anything out of the ordinary, right?
Is that really the truth? I don't think that should be the truth, because what was out of the ordinary, if I remember correctly, I think the only thing we really have is that we have his rehearsal tape, and in it you can see the footprints, which shouldn't have been there. So that's
out of the ordinary.
I was about to say, I think I'm pretty confident already that's what we have here.
You don't want to press anything, though?
I mean, this game's already super long, but I mean, if you want me to press things, I can.
Yeah.
All right.
The translators did hard work to
You are
see
correct.
these lines.
John, you say you didn't feel well. Can you tell me more concretely what was wrong?
That doesn't matter. I just wasn't feeling that well, all right? You weren't feeling well? Maybe you drank too much milk.
I feel that,
What?
dog.
How'd you... no, I mean, that's not it.
I feel that. Oh man, milk makes me feel so sick. I need to drink more milk. And then I get more sick. So he didn't feel well because of his stomach.
See, now we know that. When I was young, I was told that chewing milk... What? Makes it easier on your stomach, you know? Okay? This conversation is over. Anyways, I made a few bloopers. Okay, I want to talk about chewing milk, sweetie.
So, I mean, I hope she's just like, eating cheese. That's the only acceptable answer that you can really make there.
Like, she takes a drink of the milk, chews it in her mouth, and then...
Now, I mean, we've never talked about this on camera before, but I think after watching videos, you and I have talked before about the realization of the fact that milk, after its best by date, doesn't go bad in the way of, the milk obviously spoils and that it gets congealed and clumpy and all
smelly
that. But technically, if you have that, it's not bad for you.
It just tastes bad.
Yes, it tastes bad, and obviously it turns, thick and chewy.
Yeah.
But you technically can wait for if you really
go
want
for
to. If that's,
expired milk, you can chew it.
though I do think there is a lifespan to it still, but it's actually quite a while after it starts to,
get clumpy.
Yeah. Anyways, the scene reshooting. So they plan to reshoot the scene today, and you were practicing for that last night.
My mistakes caused a lot of trouble for the people around me. I'm a pro, so practicing that much more is natural.
Huh. He certainly does have an admirable sense of responsibility.
Yeah. John is incredibly dedicated to his craft. He didn't even make any major mistakes in those bloopers. But he said it would make the movie just a tiny bit better. Shut up! You don't need to go around blabbering about stupid stuff like that! I'm sorry. Jeez.
If only he was a little more cooperative, I'd have no complaints.
Anyway, that's what happened.
Decided to rehearse a little on my own, that's all of it!
I also want to talk as him more.
John, about your testimony just now.
John Marsh, don't I always tell you? Oh, full name.
Oh.
Full name. If you're going to practice by yourself, you have to let me know beforehand.
She just didn't pull out the middle name because I don't know if we really have a middle name for John because I don't think that was ever anticipated in translation. But if you get the middle name coming out, you in trouble.
Yeah, but still, first and last is woo.
Oh yeah.
I know.
My time to speak was completely stolen away from me. I shall ask you once more, John, about your testimony just now.
But John, I think that's really great.
Again?
I bet putting in an honest effort like that will make someone even more talented. You'll go from a little thief to a middle thief, then someday you'll become a great thief. I'll be doing my best, so you do your best too. Okay, John?
Ahem. Now then, if I may. John, do you often rehearse in that way? At long last, I finally got to ask my question.
See, we would have missed this. Oh, the whole I do it all the time. He didn't even actually.
Yeah. There are no mistakes in that testimony, correct?
Of course there's no mistakes. It was just normal, peaceful night. Nothing out of the ordinary happened at all.
A peaceful night? How can you say that when an incident like this has occurred?
Okay, he is still a child. Please don't get seriously angry. So there was nothing out of the ordinary.
He doesn't know anything at all about the incident. That's the impression I'm getting. But isn't there evidence that shows something did happen last night?
Yes, I don't have time to waste dealing with a child's lies.
Ooh.
Let's present the contradiction. Let's.
And we know exactly what it
I
is.
went too far.
Oh God.
Trying to be too fast. Trying to be Speedy Gonzalez.
See, we would have missed that little bit that they did with Edgeworth.
True, that was amazing.
It was.
All right, videotape. Oh yeah.
And we would have missed the whole full name thing.
Yeah. There wasn't anything out of the ordinary. That's a lie, isn't it? We have evidence right here.
Could that be?
That's right. It's the video you recorded of your performance. What? You tell me you have video from last night? Exactly. And in this video, there's clearly something that is out of the ordinary.
The feet prints.
This is a monster's footprint. Would you say that monster's footprints are commonplace on a film set?
John, why did you conceal this video from us? No reason, really.
Hey, pup. This is no joking matter. You had a reason to hide it, right?
John Marsh, answer him clearly. But Mom.
But Mom! Well?
I didn't want anyone to see me rehearsing. He's like, what?
What?
In other words, you're embarrassed about others seeing you practice.
Yeah, got a problem with that?
You're saying that's why you hid the evidence?
John! Oh,
I love that.
right. Quit nagging me. You've already busted me. What more do you want? Yeah, the footprints were there, but I just practiced and headed home. How come you're so calm after finding those footprints? It's a monster, you know? A real-life monster! I thought it was just a part of the set. Besides, there's lots of other weird stuff around here, too. He's suspicious, Chief. This kid's really suspicious. You're right. The smell of a scoop stinks to high heaven. Shut up. We're done talking.
We're not done here yet.
What now?
The monster's footprints weren't the only unusual things that happened last night. Besides the monster's footprints, what other unusual thing happened last night? The other thing I thought of was the fact that I believe the Mozilla head fell last night. Yeah, because they would have noticed it.
Do we have evidence about the fire?
The fire?
The fire. Remember that Nicole was talking about? Do we have anything about that?
The only thing...
Nicole's tape recorder.
That's all we have, but that wouldn't be anything about last night. That was just a recording of... Oh, no, that was only important for, Yeah, because that was from the bug that was planted on K.
Oh.
Is when that was found. So I think it's the fact that, as we were talking about way early on, the Mozilla head fell...
Yeah.
Last night. Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Okay.
That had to have been a thing.
Yep.
A monster's head fell from the roof of that building. Surely you must have known about that.
I don't know anything about it.
Is that true?
I told you, I just practiced a bit and then I went back. I don't know anything about Mozilla's head falling or anything like that. Or do you have evidence to show that I know something?
There certainly isn't any evidence of that. It's also possible that fell after John had already gone back.
There's no evidence, and like I said, we're done talking.
Seems that John doesn't really want to talk about last night. Could he be hiding something after all?
I think he is. And he's getting impatient.
Wait up. Huh? Agent Lang? It's as I thought. Thank you, Mr. Prosecutor. This video backs up my logic.
Huh? Is there something in the video that's related to the case?
Yeah. Take a good hard look at the monster's costume in the top left. I never even paid attention to it.
The Mozilla costume?
Okay, I'm looking at it. Looks like there's a little hole on the top, but unless that's just a weird thing with its wig going on there.
Wig?
It could just like disappear in the next frame entirely.
Oh.
Mozilla costume. Try comparing with the one over there right now.
What?
Huh? Looks like it's just hanging there limply, though. And the zipper on its back is zipped up tightly.
That's what that was. Its zipper was open in the video.
Oh.
Zipper on its back. What?
Yeah.
This discrepancy is... Yeah, the difference is plain to see. In the video, the zipper is clearly open. That's right. Someone was inside.
What?
Mr. Powers, is the costume zipper usually... It's always zipped up tightly when it's not in use. Mr. Prosecutor, do you remember my logic from before? 2 nights ago, Courtney pushed the president off the roof and killed him. Afterwards, she snuck into the film lot to hide the body. And here? Wouldn't it be easy to hide a body in a costume behind all this equipment? Then all she had to do last night was retrieve the body.
But how could she move that giant man?
I know, right? You're saying the body was hidden inside the costume? Yeah, that's right. Judge Courtney, 2 nights ago you pushed the president off the roof of the tower. You then hid the body inside the monster costume.
I did no such thing.
Say what you want, but you're the only one who could have done it. That should have already been proven impossible. The film lot was locked at the time.
That too.
Judge Courtney could not have entered this place.
Oh boy, it's getting heated.
And what if there was an accomplice?
Oh. What? He's saying
I'll tell
John
you my
helped
reasoning.
her.
Yeah, probably. I'll tell you my reasoning, so listen up.
Ooh.
And I quote,
Mother and son theory.
when the president was pushed off the roof, John was waiting at the film lot. If John was an accomplice, then the problem with the locks would be resolved. The 2 of them then hid the president's body inside that monster costume over there. You think this crime would be such an elaborate plan? It'd take the life of a nation's president. An elaborate plan is to be expected, don't you think?
John would never take part in such a crime.
You're the one being suspected. Your words don't carry much weight. I wouldn't think those two had sufficient motive for something like this, though. Well, maybe they had a motive that we didn't know about. You were the last one to meet with the president, and you're still keeping the details secret. Don't you think it's only natural that you're being suspected? Judge Courtney, is there no way for you to tell us your secret?
My apologies. I just cannot, no matter what. However, when the time came, I can talk about it comes, I will surely let you know. So if you could please...
Believe you? Is that what you want me to say? That's what all criminals say. And you, pup, if you got an explanation, hurry up and spit it out.
I didn't do nothing. That's all I'm saying.
You didn't do nothing, so you did do something. I knew it. Both mother and son won't talk. Still gonna defend him like this? It's true, Judge Courtney's actions are a mystery. However, we still don't know whether or not that ties in with a motive for murder. Yeah, that's right. Their motives for murder can wait. For now, let's talk about the situation surrounding the crime. And the fact that these two are the only ones who could have done it.
Ooh, they are looking kind of sus, though.
Unfortunately
for us.
Waiting in the film lot. Do you have evidence? Huh? Evidence is everything. Agent Lang, don't tell me you're saying John was an accomplice.
John still looks like a grade school kid. He's even got a kitty backpack to boot. How could he be an accomplice? There's just no way.
Like I said, John's already in middle school and the backpack is a part of his costume.
Lang Z says,
He's so...
and I quote,
He's so done.
No matter how young the cub, never pity an ungrateful pup. He may be a little brat, but a villain deserves no mercy.
So Mr. Lang Z didn't make any allowances for age.
Mr. Prosecutor, you're not just defending him because he's a pup, are you? Of course, that was never my intention. I shall present suitable evidence in due course. I'm looking forward to it. My logic's just getting started. John was an accomplice. The problem with the locks would be resolved. Would it? Would it though? Would it really? How would that resolve the problem? I figured you'd ask that, Mr. Prosecutor. But you know, it's actually quite simple. Listen up. First, that woman pushes the president off the roof.
She pushes him off.
Then that brat who knew the combination for the lock unlocks the film lot.
I see. The combination unlocks the brat.
Okay, it's the opposite. That's all it takes. With this, the problem with the locks is solved. Your theory that she couldn't get in because she didn't know the combination no longer flies. Regarding the lock, that certainly is a plausible explanation. Agent Lang, thank you for your clear explanation. Please continue with what you were saying before. If you're gonna give up, you better do it now.
Nope.
The two of them then hid the president's body. Supposing those two were accomplices, why would they have needed to leave the body hanging for an entire day? Why don't you give it a rest and get a good hard look at the reality? Thanks to their trickery, our investigation has been confused up until now. Doesn't that about answer your question? You got it. Those two hid the body. Okay. I have a thought.
You're not going to press this first?
I will, but because we're getting close to the end of the episode, I want to get my thought out there before we get some new things, because I do need to figure out where to present it to. I think I know what the contradiction should be. It's not going to be the locks. It's going to be this. Because this is the commemorative photo that was taken yesterday. In the costume. If they hid the body 2 nights ago,
they wouldn't have been able to wear the costume.
Exactly. You think Powers would have been like, oh my god!
Yeah.
So he would have kind of freaked out. That has to be what we do, but I'm not sure at what point that we would present that at. I'm going to press this quick and then we'll see where it leads to. In the video, we cannot see the inside of the costume. So can you really say for certain that the body was placed inside? Yeah, I'll give you that much. In that case, why don't we try examining it? The inside of that costume, there might be some traces left inside.
True.
Mr. Powers, maybe examine the inside of the costume? Sure, go ahead.
His face.
But it might be kind of stinky since I sweat a lot in there.
This was unexpected. Whoa.
This is incredibly dirty. That's strange. We always make sure to clean it after using it. That's the sweat doesn't damage the costume.
He's like, see?
Isn't this just proof that someone besides you just used this costume? I'd say that dirt from the body probably got in the costume.
The president's body did fall on top of the monster's footprint. That must be where the dirt came from.
You satisfied now?
I wasn't expecting this.
No, but I mean, at least this kind of gives us... Because it's still the fact that it was pushed 2 days ago that they hid the body. If it was
Yeah.
2 days ago and this picture taken yesterday should prove that that wasn't the case, I'm gonna go for it. Fuck. Never mind.
You should have pressed that first. So you know how sometimes you have to press something first and then do it? I thought you would have learned that lesson by now.
Yeah, it was worth the risk.
Not really.
It didn't hurt us that much. It's a little scar. It's just a flesh wound. That's all it is.
What are you doing? You realize who you're up against, right? If you're not careful, you're gonna get bitten.
Indeed, I'd better be wary of those fangs.
Even Kay's like, the fuck?
Well, you know what? We're gonna do the right thing next time.
Oh, God.
The Phoenix right thing?
Oh.
Have we made that? We've made that joke probably like 50 times at least at this point, right?
At least I have.
I think that's happened quite a few times. It's just so easy. It's so easy. It's so easy.
Even the Ace Attorney series has made that joke.
I think you're right, yeah.
They have.